All right, we are back with another news feed here for you. And as always, so you guys know how you can find this. If you want to find any of these articles we're going to talk about, all you have to do is up here at the top bar. I leave this highlighted right here for you where it is. But you can also just go on Google search and type in top speed 10 most reliable Japanese vehicles, and you just hit these. These are keywords, okay? Internet's a search engine, and it works on words, and these are keywords. Just type in top speed, and for 3 or 4 of these words, and this article will pop right up for you, and it works the same way for any article you're going to do. So simple, easy to find them. All right, so another quick list here. We got 2 quick lists. These ones here, not too bad, but it is fun to dive into these. 10 most reliable Japanese vehicles in 2024. We are going to rip through them pretty quick here, and not even, the article's here if you want to read it, okay? But we got number 10, 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and it says, obviously there's no recalls, but it's saying that in your first 10 years, this cracks me up. But again, first 10 years, $6,400, and the worst year is a 2006. Subaru Forester comes in at number 8, or number 9, and they're saying it's going to cost you $8,000 for 10 years to own it, and the worst year is a 2019. I don't know why, but anyway, that's what they're saying. And number 8 on the list is a Honda Passport. They are saying this is going to cost you $7,200 for 10 years. 88 and 89 is the worst ones. Number 7, Lexus ES. They're saying right here $5,400 for 10 years. Worst year 2007. The 2024 4Runner. Now we're talking reliability wise, so this one should be number 1 as far as all things. In my opinion, there's just nothing that tops this. It blows my mind some of the things we're seeing in the list, but if this is what they're calling, most reliable Japanese vehicles, hands down that 4Runner should be top shelf, because they called it, they said most reliable. The most reliable vehicle made in the world today is the 4Runner. I don't know why they have it at number 6, but they do. And CarEdge says it's going to cost you $5,800 to repair. And they're saying the worst year is 03. The Nissan Titan, finally, somebody giving some credit and some love to a truck that deserves it. Okay, Nissan Titan comes in at number 5. Now, we know it's being discontinued, but this truck is bomb-proof. Every level. $8,600 they're saying for 10 years to own it. 2004 being the worst year. Number 4 is another Lexus. Okay, yeehaw, here it is, whatever, and 06 is the worst year. Camry, yeah, of course, Camry's a great car. Moving on from there, the Nissan Murano, okay, that's a good one too, but you think a Nissan Murano is going to be more reliable than a 4Runner? I mean, come on. And then another Lexus, they're calling number 1 is the 2024 Lexus GX, okay? Somehow they assume, this is estimated. They know nothing about us based on a 460. Okay, based on the 460, they're saying that we'll buy their little stuff down here. But the Lexus GX are showing here, you're looking at a 550 with this new motor and plant. There's no way that it's going to be top shelf reliable compared to, hands down, the number 1 winner right here. The Toyota 4Runner should be number 1 on that list as far as I'm concerned. All right, moving on from there. This one here. This one is interesting, okay? This is the 10, this isn't a car list, it is the 10 biggest recalls in automotive history. Very interesting, okay? So let's look at this and see. And it's interesting, mainly the fact is how many vehicles were affected. Today, we get recalls sometimes GM will do a recall if there's only, 80 vehicles or 12 vehicles involved. So, like I said, it's pretty crazy, these numbers. But number 9, meaning the lowest of these, is 6.4 million vehicles affected for the General Motors control arm recall in 1981. Okay? We're not going to read all these. They're here if you want them. I just told you how to find the articles. And then number 8, another one, a Chevy motor mount recall, 6.7 million in 1971. Think about that number, 6.7 million 50 years ago. In 1971. That's a lot of cars. Okay, Toyota's window switch recall, 7.5 million vehicles affected in 2012. Okay, Takata seatbelt recall. This is going on still today. We got another one just issued right now for Nissan for something like 800,000 vehicles. I have to look. But, I mean, we got the same exact, now it's Takata airbags, okay? But Takata's always got problems. But this one, 8.5 million vehicles affected, 1995. Number 5 on here, 11 million for Volkswagen diesel engine recall, 2016. Ford cruise control recall, 15 million. And that was in 99 and 2009. Ford transmission gear selector recall, 20 million vehicles affected. That was initiated in 1981. It's kind of blacked out down here for some reason, but that was in 1981. And number 3, Ford ignition switch recall, 22.7 million vehicles affected in 96. And number 2, another General Motors is on here a lot. Safety ignition switch recall, 30 million affected in 2014. And the biggest one is the Takata airbag recall, 52 million vehicles currently affected, and it's been going on since 2013. But 52 million vehicles with this Takata airbag recall, and like I said, it's still happening right now, big time with Nissan as well too. So very interesting little list here, something kind of cool. Now moving on from there, this one right here. This is horrible. This is scam dealership at its finest. This is like top shelf bad, and it's used. Okay, you know that old phrase we hear all the time. There's nothing more shady than a used car salesman. Well, we're seeing that right here too. So Hyundai dealer bait switch sees Sonata price go from 13,000 to 21,000. So if we look at this on here, and we're going to break down what each of these things are. Selling price of vehicles, 13 grand. Family guaranteed 5-year upgrade premium protection family guarantee 5-year upgrade is 2,000. Premium protection package and window tinting is 1,900. Okay. Connect and protect is 1,000. Motor Trend certification is 2,000. Takes the total price to 19,800. Tax fees, doc fee, taxes, non-tax fees, and then the balance is 21,500 on a $13,000 car. How insane is this? So this is the reason I picked this article. It explains what they are. Okay, right here. Clay Cooley Hyundai of Mesquite allegedly added over $8,500 worth of fees to a used Sonata. Okay, the additional cost largely comes from junk fees. The website explicitly says no dealer add-ons ever. Okay, some car dealers will say anything to stretch the truth, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what they got here. Okay, so we just did everything. So let's see, here it is right here, breakdown of the fees. We started at the top. These are these fees that we are going to dive into right here. Okay, right here. What starts out at the top is a $13,000 price and having an out-the-door price of that $21,500. To get to that wild figure states by adding a $995 for Connect and Protect fee, which it does not explain at all. An alleged former employee commenting on a Reddit post said it adds a physical device on the car that plugs into the OBD2 port and connects to an app on your phone. From here, you can track the vehicle's location, report it stolen, etc. We never discounted this, meaning they put it on every vehicle. So they're charging you $1,000 for a $50 plug-in add-on. There we go. Cool. All right. In addition, there's a $1,900 window tint fee. Okay. Just, again, stupid. Then there's the $2,000 Motor Trend certification, which incorporates a few different things. First, it means that it was inspected to Motor Trend's national standards. It doesn't mean that Motor Trend inspected this car. It has nothing to do with Motor Trend. It means that they are doing it to Motor Trend specific certifications. Okay, and it says here, though, it's funny though. Does that mean that Clay Cooley's inspection standards are lower than what Motor Trend's national standards are? Anyway, they're charging you $2 grand for this to get that certification. What an absolute joke. Also includes a 6-month, $75,000 100-mile warranty at no extra cost, according to Motor Trend's own website, allows the buyer to return within the vehicle within 72 hours for a maximum of 300 miles driven. And as promised, if a person finds a lower advertised price on the same vehicle with the same benefits and options, within 5 days we'll refund 100% of the difference. Is that worth $2,000? You tell us. That's what they said there. Plus, there's another $1,900 fee for the Family Guarantee 5-year upgrade. What is this, you ask? This is where it gets almost comical. Shady on Clay Cooley's website, they proudly show off the Family Guarantee, and it's a doozy. Here we go. Every new used vehicle we sell comes with our Family Guarantee for 12 months at no charge to you. It says it includes features like lost key replacement, fabric repair, windshield repair, and roadside assistance. In fact, it goes on to highlight at the bottom of the ad, no dealer add-ons ever. Okay, but this is a mandatory thing. $2,000, and for 1 year, they say that you get lost key replacement, which you get under warranty anyway. All my warranties, my extended warranties too, they come with 3 key fob replacements automatically. And you get fabric repair and windshield repair, which nobody needs fabric repair in a new car for the first 12 months ever, and a windshield repair sure doesn't cost $2,000. So here you go. So this guy, this is bad. Okay, this is straight up horrible. This is a shady dealer. We're not going to even dive in anymore. It's just a waste of time. Just ridiculous. But this here that you see, all of this crap, this is the world that we live in today with all this shadiness, and it's horrible. All right, and so moving on from there, what we got here, next one we got, so here we go. Only 1 in 25 Gen Z teens drive in the U.S. study, okay? Well, basically what it says out of Gen Z, only 1 out of 25 are choosing to get a driver's license and drive. That's crazy. 3.6 of Americans aged 19 or younger is a licensed driver. Do you believe that? Only 3.6% of people that are 19 today have a driver's license. When I turned 16, that's all I wanted. I started driving a car at 13 on the roads illegally, but and then I bought my first new car, or not new, but I bought my first car myself on my 15th birthday for $800, and then I bought my first brand new car, which was a 91 S10 when I was 16 years old. I mean, we couldn't wait to get our license and start driving. Today, they don't want them. They don't want to do it. Younger Americans opting to drive due to car costs and ride-sharing options. Teens connect with friends online versus in person, reducing car travel. It's just a sign of the times. It's bad. It's just really bad. Among the youngest group of drivers, 19 and younger, only 1 in 25 or 3.6% are licensed drivers. Wow. Okay, and then meanwhile, when you include drivers under the age of 25, that combined percentage is only 11%. Only 11% of people between 16 and 25 have a driver's license today. Unbelievable. Okay, and then it goes on even worse here. Where was it? Reports right here. Hang on. No, that's the decline. I thought. Right here. The study found that between the ages of 30 and 34 were most likely to drive, accounting for 9% in that age span alone. Okay? So if you take out that 11, that's just horrible. You know, it's bad. Just unbelievable bad. So we're not going to stick around on this one too long, but let that be food for thought. Let that roll around in the back of your head on what our world is coming to. Next one, last one right here, on the same lines as that. 76% of young Americans would buy a Chinese EV despite privacy risks, okay? So they dove in, they studied them, they checked out with them, and they tested them, put out surveys. 70% of Americans under age of 40 would consider buying a Chinese EV. The overall 800 respondents only, so take that with a grain of salt. They only asked 800 people. Really, between 18 and 80, they asked 800 people. That's kind of a small pool, so take this whole thing with a grain of salt. But anyway, it's pretty sad that that's the way they were looking at it. All age groups can express concern about data security, which one of the reasons Biden quadrupled the tariffs on here. But right here. But the study found that the younger buyers were enthusiastic about cars, were barely any less concerned about privacy than were barely any less concerned about privacy than the older respondents who were disinterested in going to Chinese. Okay, right here too. In a separate study published by Alex Partners last month, 58% of buyers in the U.S. who were either very likely or moderately likely to buy an EV the next time they went car shopping were found to be familiar with brands like BYD, Leap Motor, NIO. Interesting. So people that are interested in EVs are paying attention to China EVs. And it says here that 70% or 76% of people under the age of 76% of people under the age of 40 would consider buying Chinese. And that 70% of those people, 58% that are planning on buying AEV also are familiar with these Chinese brands. So food for thought, something to think about. I'll let you take it from there, and comment below if you got anything you want to say on it for sure. Comment below on anything I make anytime you want to. Dive in. That's what it's there for. But anyway, we're going to end this one right here. As always, appreciate it. Thanks for watching.